Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this live rugby broadcast brought to you from the Hong Kong Football Club on Hong Kong Island. Happy Valley plays the home to today's venue for what will be Game 3 of the Women's Rugby World Cup 2017 qualifying series for Asia and Oceania. The three teams who have been competing over the previous two games, Fiji, have joined Japan, the Asian champions, and Hong Kong. And today is Game 3. Much anticipated match between the Asian champions the Asian champions Japan and the home nation Hong Kong. Now, the big news in Hong Kong rugby, and indeed Asia rugby, is that both Japan and Hong Kong through the series have qualified for the Rugby World Cup, or the Women's Rugby World Cup in 2017. And as a result, both nations today will be attending the tournament in Dublin. So a fantastic result for Hong Kong as the national side wins its way through to a full-blown World Cup tournament, and the Hong Kong women are the taste of the town over the last few nights since Japan defeated Fiji comprehensively 55 points to nil at Kings Park. It's been an early Christmas treat for Hong Kong rugby fans. As you can see, the breeze just cutting across the football club grounds as we take in the teams, and one change for Hong Kong as the prop Lau comes in for Wong, and the rest of that side largely unchanged. In fact, just the one change to the team that dismantled Fiji in the opening game of the series last Friday, 45 points to 7, as Hong Kong proved too strong for Fiji. It was a very good win by Hong Kong, showing a lot of some great tech. As we see Takeuchi starting, Yamamoto comes in for Yamanaka, and Kurogi comes in to start the test. Three changes, captain of which, number 1, Siena Saito. Be on the lookout for the Japanese number 8, Mabogi Dro Mainadave, who has been an ominous force, ball in hand. The Japanese number 8, as the teams now take the pitch at the Hong Kong Football Club, and it is the Japanese team, Hong Kong, with the shell tops on. These pictures coming to you live from Happy Valley inside the racecourse. For those of you that love the punt, it's a magnificent facility built for the Hong Kong Football Club by the Hong Kong Jockey Club. It's one of the many projects that the Hong Kong Jockey Club take care of in Hong Kong, and as a result, it's a world-class facility has been created, and it plays the stage today for this international. And even though both sides have managed to qualify for Dublin next year, it's going to be a much anticipated game as the officials make their way forward now to do the introductions. And blazer there with the red shirt, Mr. Peter Schatz, chairman of the board of directors for the Hong Kong Rugby Union. And just there with the to the left was a quick shot of Robbie McRobbie from the Hong Kong Rugby Union, the CEO. Japanese players, and they've been an exciting team to watch. Every time Japan brings a side to Hong Kong, we get to see some enthusiasm and some excitement. They're always superbly drilled. And when they took on Fiji, they gave Fiji a real lesson in rugby union, dismantling them at the scrum, the smaller, lighter team, just showing some superb technique and ability. Watch out in the Japanese side for diminutive winger Hinoka Tsutsumi and the fullback Mayu Shimizu. Not big ladies, but very big players. Outstanding players indeed. Likewise, Hong Kong, the home side. And they have shown some real pluck as we prepare now for the anthems, Hong Kong and Japan. So Hong Kong and Japan ready to do battle in this third game of the Women's Rugby World Cup 2017 qualifiers. Oceania champions Fiji, beaten twice and gone from the qualifying series. Japan and Hong Kong already qualified for the Dublin tournament. And now battle out the opportunity to finish 1 or 2 in the qualifying series. And as a result, it'll pick or determine which pool these teams fall into. In one pool, England. In the other pool, New Zealand. Either way, a sensational situation for Hong Kong to be in. Rose, Hopewell, Fong with the restart, and the game is underway. First up, box kick by Japan. Nerves early, one would expect. There's Hopewell, Fong. Finds a hard charging Olsen Thorn. Potentially a name you'll hear a lot on this broadcast. As the first penalty is to Japan. Releasing the ball. Natasha Olsen Thorn. It's been a force for the Hong Kong side in both 15s and 7s. So, Japan, first line out set piece. Certainly worked very strong as a platform. Japan, well, do well at 2. Into Mabogi Drone Mainadave. She thunders up the paddock. Push it wide. A couple of little errors by both sides in the handling department as they begin the traditional feeling out period. Japanese hook in there, Suzuki, one to watch as well. Now they come wide, step on the inside, good carving run. Outstanding work from the number 11, Tatsumi. They break out wide. Japan. Slower ball, finally released. Good continuity from Japan. Thorn affecting the tackle, stealing the ball. Not a penalty. I think Japan will go to the corner. As Yamamoto pushes Japan deep and into the corner. So an early scoring opportunity for Japan. Suzuki, the hooker. There's the delayed drop. They set up the ball here beautifully. Japanese very organised. They march it off towards the Hong Kong line. And it's Japan open the scoring with a ruthlessly efficient driving ball. And Suzuki, the Japanese hooker, comes away with 5 points. Japan take the lead in the opening 3.5 minutes of the match, and they'll be ecstatic about that. Hong Kong, through the penalty, put under pressure. Japan have made the visit count. Mayu Shimizu on screen. Conversion attempt off the crossbar. 5 points to 0. And a good attempt by Shimizu. Hong Kong come back for the restart. Well, already viewers would have had the opportunity to see the strength and power of Mabogi Dromanadave, Japanese number 8. Her performance today could be pivotal in the outcome. Towards the back and well contested by Hong Kong, but ultimately it comes back to Japan, and smart work sees the ball deep and down into space. Lau. It's Colleen Churchfold. He can't find the touch. And now, through the lock, Sakurai. Japan. starting to heat it up. It's another visit into the Hong Kong 22. Drop goal attempt. Eats up the advantage. Japan brought back for a Hong Kong offside play. Yamamoto steered them down and towards the Hong Kong try line one more time. Well, the question is, will it be a variation? Does it need to be a variation? If it's not broke, don't fix it. You do line up one more time and confidently set it up, and they keep. Well, they might. So Hong Kong undone by the driving maul once, shut it down a second time. Outstanding work in defence by Hong Kong. They won't be happy about the current field position. They have spent much of the game, if not all of it, getting to know their own try line. Japan and their aggressive defence, pressuring Hong Kong. Hong Kong, a pick and go by Olsen Thorne. Pick and go, quick play by Japan. Still a penalty advantage being played. The temptation here will be to hammer it in from short range, and Japan finally release. Yamamoto goes wide, there's space, and ultimately Japan go in again. A second try for the Japanese team after just generating far too much pressure, and it appears Shimizu as the try scorer. Shimizu with 2 tries against Fiji earlier in the week, certainly earning the recall back into the starting test team, or maintaining her place, I should say, and almost from a similar position to the first conversion attempt. Shimizu will be trying to convert her own try. Japan 10, Hong Kong 0, with the kick to come. Shimizu's kick not on the mark, so 2 tries to none at the moment. And Hong Kong just not able to get the ball in hand. We'll be looking to chase down this restart. Well, Fong, they decide to take it longer. Possibly a better tactic. Mogi throw Mainadave hands the ball off. Suzuki, the halfback, down to Lau. Lau tries on the first Japanese defender. Manages to dish the ball off. Hirschfeld. Hong Kong trying to generate some go forward. Hopewell Fong. Hard. Back on the angle. Was Natasha Olsen Thorne. Penalty goes to Japan, and there'll be conversation here about the fact that there's been a run of penalties as Chow Mein Nam, the Hong Kong skipper, delivers the message from the referee to the team. Chow is certainly one to watch from this Hong Kong outfit. Strong, ball carrying, second row forward. Japanese clearance is directly to touch. Drawn down at 2 by Japan. Referee happy with the entry into that wall. The position of one of the Hong Kong players, so another penalty. And Japan with the line out throw, Suzuki. Not straight, so Hong Kong. Important scrum for Hong Kong. Holding the Japanese outfit here will be good for the confidence. In fact, line out. Line out worked very well against Fiji. Somewhat spoiled. Japanese player can't quite make that out, but it might have been Suzuki. Throwing your body on the ball. Japan organised. Playing the game very flat and with plenty of tempo. Shimizu goes wide. Great run from the number 11. Tsutsumi. Suzuki. Hong Kong defence standing back. Japan, though, are taking yards, and they start to visit the 22 again. Defensive crowd, defensive chant of Hong Kong starts up, and they've turned it over. So Olsen Thorne does really well there by getting the ball back, and Hong Kong managed to break out of their own 22, ball in hand. Well, Fong. Japan too eager, offside against the Japanese. Number 6, Sui. Well, Fong's kick takes Hong Kong just back into the Japanese half. It's well taken there by the captain, Chow. Cheng into contact. Taken away by Japan. Magnificent defence at the tackle ball. Japan. Suzuki. Down. Taken by Hong Kong defence. Once again, Japan just looking to draw the defenders in, and the straight route proves to be pretty valuable there. Suzuki making some great plays and under the line. Wide they go again. Japan just about over for a third try in 15 minutes, but saw there the Hong Kong defence struggling to cope with Japan. First the break through the phase, and then the skill set to move the ball wide, fast and flat. And Hong Kong scattered in defence. Japanese scrum half Moi Suki making some fabulous passes. Great service. Tiny person, but managed to get plenty of whip on the ball. And there's the scrum. Plenty of pressure going on in there from both these teams. Both sides against Fiji managed to push the larger, heavier Fijian pack around. Releases and the exit play for Hong Kong, courtesy of Hopewell Fong. Gives Hong Kong some decent space. Rose Hopewell Fong, who's been working on her kicking game with the great Anna Richards, former Blackfern. Now here in Hong Kong, taking care of the women's Elite 7th program. And it took me through some of Rose Hopewell Fong's training drills, not that I could do them. Even just hearing about them sounded difficult, and that was just kicking. So we'll see Hopewell Fong's boot. A big factor in the game today. The kick's operating. It's a good thing. Hopewell Fong. Thorn. Here's Chow, the captain. And off the feet at the breakdown is the call. Japan in the driver's seat in the first quarter. Yamamoto finds the sideline, line out restart. Japan down now for what will be their sixth visit to the Hong Kong quarter. Go long down the back, taken well. Japan running screen and they go wide. Shimizu gets inside Garvey. Right, Boggy thrown behind the Dave. Ultimately brought down with a good late tackle. At the loose head and feet advantage will go to Japan. And they're in a very dangerous position for Hong Kong. Who've been literally forced to cover every inch of their quarter in the first 20 minutes. Short arm restart for Hong Kong. So a let off there for the home side. Is nearly push. Is that Japan lose the opportunity to attack once more, and they'll have to mount another raid from 45 metres out. Suzuki. Tip, driven through, strong play. Hong Kong have it. Pick and go by Chow. The captain drives it up. Hopewell Fong now. Thorn finds Garvey. Garvey striding into the tackle. Ball flails back. It keeps going back. Picked up by Chong. Still Hong Kong, ball in hand. Period of play where Hong Kong can operate away from their own try line. They draw the penalty, and Natasha Olsen-Thorne sets off after the Japanese, wheels them back, and now Hong Kong try and get the game rolling on as Hirschfeld finds Garvey. Garvey shows it, takes on three of the Japanese defenders, goes down. Hong Kong set up a working group. They punch it through. Number 7, Cheng. Jessica Ho in there. Hopewell Fong might have just had a little look. Knew the advantage for the penalty was coming. Just took a little peek to see what might be happening over the back of the tackle line. Went straight to ground, but penalty touch finder now. And for the first time, it's Hong Kong visiting the attacking 22. Hong Kong through the rake. So rejected by Japan. In fact, they take the ball as well. It's Kui. Now, wow. Finds Hirschfeld. Hong Kong, good set. And they've got some players. Through Chow. Tireless worker is the captain. Ho. Hopewell Fong. Cheng. Strong on her feet. Powerful work by Christy Cheng, but she's been stripped. And now Suzuki and Japan. Tearaway and Suzuki again. Outstanding play by the Japanese. Hook up. And Japan turn defence into absolute attack. They look to shape wide. Japan into space. The draw and pass. Great work by Rocky Garvey. Short side play. The Japanese are there in numbers. Hong Kong forced them their own 22 one more time. Where will Japan strike? Midfield. Excellent defence by Cheng. And it was a telling blow by Christy Cheng in the midfield. It managed to stop an all-out Japanese attack. Well, you've seen it. If you're watching against Fiji, you would know that Japan certainly have the ability to score from long range, and as a fine example, quick turnover ball. And it was Suzuki, the Japanese hooker, that led the charge down the field. And as a change is made into the match, number 23, Nguyen, I think maybe replacing the right wing, Lau. Ho. Olsen-Thorne pushes off a couple. Tries to get rid of a third one, cannot. Will play a long way over. And the touch closest to commentary position. Hong Kong looking for the exit play set up. Well, Fong deep in the pocket, but it's been turned over by Japan. And now they push it wide. And Japan, trouble now for Hong Kong. Great defence though. Superb work. One-on-one from Chong. Managed to spill the ball out. And the relieving touch finder pushed up the Fosgate stand sideline. work for Hong Kong as Japan look to restart back from the halfway. So 3 or 4 raids now have been repelled by Hong Kong. There's my boogie, Drave. There's into contact and some errors from Japan. I doubt they'll be flustered. I'll certainly be feeling the Hong Kong players as they go into contact, because no one's taking a backward step on this pitch. Chow Chan to lock forwards. In fact, it's Chan who's been given the yellow card. Ten minutes for Chan. Sorry, Hong Kong down to 14. Lost 4 from the line out. Cutting the ball off as well. So Hong Kong start a very important period. They start it the best way possible. Playing with 14 players. And they're at the right end of the park to do it. They will not want to be defending with 14. They want to be attacking. Strong run through Siu from the valley side. So taken, wrapped up, thrown to ground. Ho, Olsen Thorne crashes into 2. Suzuki looked like she had hands on ball. Hong Kong, though, managed to turn it over. Hopewell Fong's kick into the Japanese 22. Shimizu lets rip with the right foot. Japan snuff out any ideas that Hong Kong might have had about playing in their quarter just yet. Absolutely important. And Hong Kong restrict possession of Japan as much as possible. They can't restrict possession, and they've got to deny them territory. So it is Hopewell Fong finds Olsen Thorne taking care of her very, very well. The Japanese, such a deadly attacker as Olsen Thorne. Hong Kong just lacking a bit of discipline at the breakdown, coming in from the wrong angles. 10-0's the score. If you are joining us for the first time today, welcome to the Women's Rugby World Cup 2017 qualifying series game 3 between Japan and Hong Kong. 10-0 is the scoreline, with Japan leading the home side from the Hong Kong Football Club in Happy Valley. And there's Hong Kong with ball in hand, playing with 14. So they've given the territory up. Well, most importantly, they have the ball for the time being. Japanese focus will be all about the ball. Well, Fong's dummy. Sending number 12, Kaito, almost into space. Hong Kong need to just tick this 10-minute block away. Well, Chan sits on the ground. Trouble now for Hong Kong. Japan with the ball. So, forced to defend this Japanese outfit with 14. Can Hong Kong hold on? Kick wide. Japan almost look unorganised. It's Kui. And the ball almost meanders into touch. Hong Kong get the ball back. Calls coming in, so with the ball and a short arm penalty goes the way of Japan, and the question will be now, and they're very, very intelligent rugby players, these Japanese ladies. They know the second row forward sitting out. Hong Kong will have to draw in, and they do. Emily Sear will have to make her way into the second row. So now Hong Kong, they're either going to be missing a blindside defender. Tough times in these moments for Hong Kong as trying to wheel Japan off. Japanese will be just quite happy to soak this up. Another try, 3 tries to 0 with the half-time break close at hand. Dropping down. Japan. Through Kui. Forward ball. And Hong Kong let off the hook once again. Well, the rugby gods showing a bit of mercy on the Hong Kong side. Japan possibly know that the opportunity is there and be trying a little bit too hard for the knockout blow. Either way, it'll be sending the Hong Kong fans right down to the ground inside the final 8 minutes for this half. Ho gets the nod to get the ball in, comes back now. Garvey juggles it, catches the ball and 2 Japanese defenders at once. They try and push wide. They do. Monsieur. Hopewell Fong. Hopewell Fong for the gap. Good to see Hopewell Fong carry the ball. Pick and go by Ho. Turnover, Japan. Off to the right they go, and it might be the right decision. Hong Kong defence does well, though. Moves up aggressively, shuts down the options, but Japan over the gain line again, and they've made the break that counts probably. Pushing the Hong Kong defence back. Great work by Hong Kong on defence, flustering the Japanese attack. And Ho, Fong's kick. Pitch is ugly. Picked up well. And as Hong Kong almost made a clean break on the far side. Now they drive it up the channel, right in front of the supporters on the far side. Hong Kong looking for the ball. They take the penalty. Tap and go by Hong Kong. It was Ho that got the game rolling. Hopewell Fong receives. Olsen Thorne into contact. Garvey and company over the top of her. Ho again. Finds one of the front rows coming round the corner. Lee it was. Ho. Hopewell Fong takes the option inside the referee. Great work. Cunning play by Hopewell Fong. Ho. They go the shovel. Terschfeld. And obstruction was the call. Hong Kong causing heart rates to move up fairly rapidly. It's Chong chimed into Hopewell Fong's kick. Terrible bounce. The rugby ball will do many cruel things to you. And Shizimu, the Japanese fullback, will attest to that. Less than 5 minutes remaining, first half. 10-0 the score. So, looked like a ball. So, Japan showing that even they can get flustered. Hong Kong doing the right thing by slowing it down as Chan enters the game again. Hong Kong back to 15, and you have to take your hat off to the Hong Kong team for that. Endured 10 minutes with 14, including 2 pretty strong attacks from the Japanese outfit. So that'll be very good for the confidence of Hong Kong as they begin to launch an attack late in the first half. Japan managed to draw the error and push wide. Strong defence by Yuan, number 23. And in the end, it's Hong Kong who restarts play. Well, the coaches will be delighted with that. Crucial game, big performance required. Down to 14, they've punched through with only 14, and now this very good Japanese team out for the 10-minute period. Would have taken some energy, but Hong Kong have done very well indeed to keep the score at 10-0. Japan will be a little annoyed. They couldn't have made that advantage count. Good pace, taking it to, comes wide. Hopewell Fong, absolutely smashed to pieces by the bogey and thrown under David. Still Hong Kong have it though. Ho finds Hirschfeld. Yuan upended by Suzuki. And a penalty for Hong Kong. Back in midfield. And Chow, the skipper, not even consider a shot on goal, or will they head off to the touchline as the AR from the far side comes on to deliver a report. An opportunity to remind viewers that if you're in the Asian region, get your rugbypass.com subscription and get ready for the 2017 Six Nations. Rugbypass.com, home of the Six Nations in 2017. Very, very important tournament as the Lions loom up. See such magnificent showdowns as England versus France, England versus Wales, England-Ireland, and the Calcutta Cup. Yep, it's pretty much anyone versus England. Six Nations. Only rugbypass.com brings you all the top rugby from around the planet. So get your subscription to rugbypass.com right now. Hopewell Fong, ball in hand. And a line-out restart. Hong Kong do well through Chow. They set long, and Ho. Olsen Thorne goes wide. Number 11 out there is Chong. Remarkable effort from such a light player. Now they're in the 22. And Hong Kong, will they go for a score? Lost forward by Hong Kong. Blown up, and potentially the last attack for the home team in the first 40 minutes. More information about the women's team going to the Dublin World Cup in 2017. Go to hkrugby.com. hkrugby.com. All the news about Hong Kong Teams International, as well as the rugbypass.com Premiership, as well as all events coming up and what's going to be a massive year in 2017 as Japan break and take the short side option. Ball bounces, Hirschfeld takes it, receives attention from two Japanese defenders, does well to keep the ball back. I think the ball goes into touch, and it is Hong Kong ball. Referee blows a half time, and as they head to the tunnel in Game 3 of the Women's Rugby World Cup 2017 qualifier, it is Japan leading Hong Kong 10 points to 0. And the half-time break will be a tremendous opportunity. Coach Joe Hull of Hong Kong to be telling her team to very much keep their heads down, keep working away. Hong Kong might just be chipping away at the Japanese confidence. They've done so very well indeed. They're keeping that scoreline to 10 points to 0. And in 30 minutes, or 10 minutes, they played with only 14 players. A reminder also, the 50th anniversary of the New Year's Day tournament, or the New Year's Day Youth Tournament here in Hong Kong, takes place on the 1st of January. 50 years, that tournament. Many of Hong Kong's finest players have come through that tournament. Lots of memories. A big day on the Hong Kong rugby calendar, January 1, as they celebrate 50 years of the New Year's Day Youth Tournament. Also coming over in 2017, one more time, the Hong Kong Sevens, Hong Kong Rugby Union would like to promote the kickoff concert on Thursday, 6th of April at the Sevens Village, featuring Madness and from the Jam, Bruce Foxton. Tickets from Ticket Flap. The early bird special is $388. Get your tickets from Ticket Flap for $388. It's an early bird special for the Hong Kong Sevens kickoff tournament at the Sevens Village on Thursday, April 6. Rugby Sevens is going to be an exhibition sport at the 6th Hong Kong Games. If you live in Hong Kong and between the age of 18 to 25, you might want the opportunity to represent your district in Rugby Sevens. Anybody interested in playing for their district in the Rugby Sevens tournament, the exhibition game at the 6th Hong Kong Games, go to hkrugby.com, the Rugby Union's website, to find out more information. When we return after the break, Game 3 continues. Japan 10, Hong Kong 0. Welcome back to the Hong Kong Football Club here in Happy Valley, Hong Kong, for this second 40-minute half. Game 3 of the Women's Rugby World Cup qualifying series for 2017. Japan back onto the field of play early. So you come out to get their game faces on for this second 40. Already booked for the Dublin tournament in 2017, courtesy of a outstanding win over the Oceania champions Fiji earlier in the week at Kings Park. Japan have come into this match looking in very good form, but they've run up against a very, very determined Hong Kong side. Hong Kong have proven to be a very tough nut to crack. 2 tries in the first quarter to Japan, and then they were refused entry by the home side, who make their way back out there, led by the skipper Chow. And it's Hong Kong who, even though may be trailing on the scoreboard, have certainly put Japan on notice. And under no circumstances will they simply roll over for the Asian champions. And Hong Kong also booked to Dublin. So this game is about who qualifies and what group. Japan start the second half. We're underway. It's been a reasonably bruising encounter early on for both sides. Although, as I said, Japan do lead by the 10 points. It was Hong Kong who superbly, with only 14, played a penalty period superbly well. Suzuki, robust, strong Japanese number 2. Loves to get involved in the game. Generates a high workout, Japanese, or work rate, the Japanese hooker. So, Hong Kong, Monsieur, Natasha Olsen-Thorne, set piece working very nicely for Hong Kong. So, digs in, Hirschfeld, they lose the ball forward. Japan, now with an opportunity to attack. So, Japan, quick ball again for the Japanese back line, and they move into space very quickly. You've seen the pace they have. Japan, Hong Kong defence is good, and it holds. Colleen Hirschfeld from the Valley Club here in the Happy Valley. Plays for the red and black machine. Penalty, however, results. Hand in the ruck. Change for Japan, number 22, Yamanaka, enters the match. Suzuki's throw, down at 3. No one. So, clever play by the Hong Kong side. Outfoxing the Japanese team on that occasion. This is probably the most pleasing aspect for Hong Kong. And slowly, over the course of 20 minutes, 30 minutes, they've worked their way into this match, and they are competing as Adrienne Garvey hammers it up from outside centre. to draw in some of the bigger Japanese defenders. Will finally find its way out there to Yuan. Chow. Captain Chow, Hopewell Fong. Bounce pass, Garvey takes it well. Hoists it up into the air and it's out on touch on the full. So changes to be made and into the game, number 20. Christine Gordon replacing Chan at second row. Now they break out. Boggy throwing Nadave into contact. Japan drawing the Hong Kong defence across again. Play for extreme width. Japanese backing their skills at passing. They do have some very good passes of the ball. Maboggy throwing Nadave, hands on ball. Lost forward is the call. So some errors, some mistakes. A little bit of mental clutter created through the busy nature of the Hong Kong side. Hong Kong just inching their way second by second into the game. We've certainly got Japan on notice. Japan's 10-point lead at the moment. And he's added to. As time keeps running, we'll start looking thinner and thinner. Gordon, strong physical play, up and off the back at number 8. Hong Kong, they've got some strong players out there at the moment. Hopewell Fong, Natasha Olsen Thorne, Hirschfeld finds Chong. Chong dragged down. Olsen Thorne, ball in hand. They drive over the top of Olsen Thorne. Ho. Sier. Good continuity from Hong Kong. Hopewell Fong goes wide. Scrappy pickup. Lost forward, in fact, by Hong Kong. So, periods of play generated through periods of parity up front. This Hong Kong team, they can take confidence in that. They should be growing in confidence too. Certainly have managed to stem the flow in terms of territory and possession to Japan. This middle 20-minute period will be vital to the result. Japanese halfback, Tsukui, feeds. Saw the effort go in by Hong Kong, held by Japan. Tsukui, show and go as Shimizu manages to get to the outside of Chong, and Shimizu sets over the line. Shimizu, second try of the game. Now that could be a heartbreaker. What a score by the fullback. Seemed to just ghost around the outside of Chong. And then when she got the opening, got faster and ultimately scores the try that Japan would have desperately loved to have got before the half. Now they get it after the half, and fullback Shimizu was the player to give it to them. Shimizu now with the responsibility of converting her own try. What an important try that would have been to Shimizu's kick not on target. 3 tries to 0. And Hong Kong now forced to score 3 times just to take the lead. Shimizu all grins, and fair enough too. Their personal form over the last 2 test matches has been outstanding. Hong Kong need to shake that off and get back on the job. Changes being made as 17 Wong enters the match for Hong Kong. And a reminder, rugbypass.com, home of the 2017 Six Nations. Get your subscriptions online now. Watch it across all devices. There's plenty more rugby just other than the Six Nations. And there's going to be a lot of interest in that Six Nations tournament next year. Rugbypass.com is a good friend of every Asian rugby fan. Scrum time for Japan from the restart. Japanese exit play. Kick sprays into midfield. Yuan. Hong Kong comes back down home. This time, Hopewell Fong goes one wider, finds Olsen Thorne. Olsen Thorne. Such power, such amazing power. Now, Chow, the captain. Fong. Crushing Japanese defence. And they counter-ruck, and they counter-ruck strongly. And they've got a sniff for the ball. Looks like it could be there. It's Kui. Releases. Japan. Ball in hand now from inside their own half. Tidy work from Japan. Again, the ability just to drag that Hong Kong defence around. The ball sits up and Hong Kong inside their own half. Dodging run, Garvey takes 2 defenders, gets it back well. Home. Halfback working well with their runners, and a penalty for Hong Kong. Really starting to show some powerful grunt up front, Hong Kong. Time off has been whistled. The Japanese player down in the background. The Hong Kong Sevens returns in the first week of April of 2017. Of course, the world's greatest Sevens tournament continues to innovate by having the Thursday night kickoff concert on April 6th. Get your tickets from Ticket Flap, early bird special, $388. And in 2017, you'll be entertained by headliners Madness, supported by From the Jam, Bruce Foxton. We've got the Mods and we've got the Madness. The kickoff concert, April 6th, Thursday night, 2017, Hong Kong. Restart. Good run by Gordon in the midfield. Oh, he snaps it back the other way. Chong. Hong Kong now. Into the corner and building up some momentum. Hopewell Fong goes wide. Olsen Thorne thunders into contact. Jessica Ho turns. They drive in hard work on that by Garvey, and they're still just nudging it forward, Hong Kong. They slow it down. Hopewell Fong. Japanese spread their defence quickly. Siu just going to be looking for a way in as it comes wide to number 11. Dragged down just short. Oh, man. Unbelievable, Chong. Yes. Well, she just wanted to be 6 inches taller. Incredible stuff. Hong Kong managing to turn the momentum on this match. And now they're down pressuring Japan. And it's real pressure. Japan take the line out, restart. Just inside their own 22. They did well, Hong Kong. Created the pressure over the ball. Tasha Olsen Thorne barreling into the Japanese defensive line. Chong, it's disrupted. Ultimately comes back. Suzuki well positioned to take advantage of that at the front. Very, very good work from the Japanese hooker. Charge down and great play by Lau. And that has fired up the home crowd, something wicked. The charge down and then the casual toss of someone smaller into touch by the front rower. It's going to make you feel excited. Lau starting the test match. The top, Japan. Shift the focus. The bogey, throw it in the Nadawe. Carts the ball out of the 22. Japan decide to keep the ball in hand. It's Kui. Comes back. Yamanaka's kick. The assistant referee on the far side. Pass back, kick down on the full. Hong Kong maintain their position and possession. Seven, Cheng. Hong Kong into midfield. Penalty to come. Advantage being played for Hong Kong. Advantage is now over, and Hong Kong will receive a penalty that looks like it's in a very, very kickable position. And indeed, Captain Chow nods and takes the sticks. The points on offer. $15 points to 0. That would be a very competent choice by the captain. Bringing back that margin to 12 points. Garvey is the kicker. Garvey's kick looks good. Garvey's kick is good. So Hong Kong with almost 60 minutes gone in the game, post their opening points for the match. 15-3, Japan leading Hong Kong game 3 of the qualifying series. opportunity to receive the ball back. Japan. It's the first time anyone in this tournament has scored against Japan. Hong Kong will be wanting to go down there and do it another couple of times in this half for certain. Strong work. Japan from inside their own half now. They drift out. Now they find 14. Taniguchi. Tsukui. Finding running options. Chong up there like an absolute rocket. Penalty for Japan. Be interested to get a read on Japan's tactics coming up to this final quarter. Whether in fact they will take the option to attack ongoing, full throttle, or whether in fact they'll be quite happy just to push Hong Kong out of there or into their 22 and keep them there. This is 16 for Hong Kong. Where's Chan? Enters the match. Chan, sevens player as well for the home nation. Tsukui. Ball throw, Maina Dave. Crash ball, strong play. Japan really are testing the line, but discipline at the breakdown as we come up to the 60-minute mark. Hong Kong get the opportunity to relieve the pressure. Followers of Hong Kong's women rugby will be absolutely delighted with this performance so far. Japan held in such high regard. Hong Kong has shown an ability to really contact. Miscommunication sends the ball deep and far and over the back. Japan swinging to attack one more time. Yamanaka finds a first receiver. Counter-ruck by Hong Kong is effective. Great work. Pick and drive through 17 Wong. Blau. Lindsay Vardy slotting in at halfback now. Another change for Hong Kong as Garvey's kick sets up a very good chase by Chong. She stays on the job, but gee, she's got some pace, is this kid Chong. Japan back with the ball, and there's no doubt about it. The captain, Chan, or Chow, sorry, in there one more time to create the pressure, and it is for certain out at Hong Kong. They're not just competing. There are periods where they are dominating. And the strength and conditioning of these athletes now, courtesy of the new Hong Kong full-time setup, is all on show. The final quarter of the match. This is where the good teams go to work. Taken by 17. Wong. Vardy's pass. Hopewell Fong behind Garvey. Adrian Garvey gets it, turns, and supported by Gordon on the ground. Chow into contact. Just need some more numbers behind the ball if they can get them. Vardy looks, finds the open runner. Sear. Now they go. Hopewell Fong. Olsen Thorne. The ball goes wide. Colleen Hirschfeld. Chong again. Calls for not rolling away. Sustained period of possession for Hong Kong ends with a penalty. Japan forced to scrap in the tight stuff. And there's a few hands on hips starting to go on the Japanese players now. Telltale indication that it's all getting fairly hot and heavy up front. Hong Kong certainly not without experience in this forward pack. They're really putting on the pressure now. Suzuki's throw straight as an arrow and down the back, and Japan get good quality ball from Mabogi. Throw Nadave to get going, and Mabogi, Nadrave tries to lay the ball out the back, and it's forward in the transfer. And it's little cameos like that that make Mabogi throw Mandadave such a dangerous player. It won't be just against Hong Kong. Pulled out the big yards against Fiji. And certainly when they hit Dublin for the Women's Rugby World Cup in 2017. Mabogi throw Mandadave. We'll put the world on notice. They sense the moment, Japan, as they gather in. Important period of play, the final 20 minutes. Important period play coming up on January the 1st as well, as the Hong Kong Rugby Union, and indeed the Hong Kong rugby community at large, celebrates 50 years of the annual New Year's Day Youth Rugby Tournament. For 50 years, the Hong Kong faithful have been gathering in all sorts of conditions, under all sorts of conditions, for the New Year's Day Youth Tournament. It's a loved feature of the Hong Kong rugby calendar. 2017 proved to be no different, as Hong Kong gets to celebrate 50 years of an event that's turned out some players who have repped for Hong Kong over the years. Christine Gordon takes the ball off the back, steady Hong Kong scrum. Lindsay Vardy finds the first receiver. Short side play. Hong Kong happy to just prod and poke away at the Japanese tackle line. Another secure carry by Hong Kong. Hopewell Fong's kick misdirected. And Japan now have the advantage of possession in the right end of the paddock. The referee will bring them back, and looking for a mark is number 9, Anoka. Moi Tsukui. from the penalty, Japan sweep down into a very attacking position. Inside the final 15 minutes on the clock. 15 points to 3. Japanese, number 2, Suzuki, waiting for her call. Taken at 2. They opened the scoring early in the game and it's been snuffed out. The rolling maul. It was so effective the first time they wound it up, and Hong Kong, well, they got worked over once by it, and every time after that, Chow, Cheng, Sieur and company, I thought we're not going to get fooled by that one again. Hong Kong's defence of the rolling maul, outstanding. Japan may be thinking twice before letting that one run out again. Vardy feeds the scrum. Gordon comes in. Juggled it. Pretty hot ball came off Gordon to Vardy then. Chow picks and goes. The work rate by the captain is something to marvel. Certainly the lot of a second row forward to hit things and push things. And the Hong Kong captain has got absolutely no worries about doing it all day. Exit play for Hong Kong. Fair enough. Suzuki taken down again. Very nicely, very nice work from Takeuchi. They sweep wide. Danger possibly for Hong Kong with the option to go wide, wasn't taken. Chong now, Hong Kong defender. Garvey gets across, makes a great tackle. 5 out from the line, 5 in from the touch. Sakui. Japan once again from short range to the pick and go. Hong Kong defence desperately hanging on. Japan pick it up and drive forward again. The referee awards a try to Japan. And look at what it means to Japan. They know that might be the death knock for this Hong Kong effort today. What a tremendous bit of work up front. They really had to grind that one out, Japan. And Hong Kong, who have been giving them absolutely nothing for the past 10 minutes. Yield a 5-pointer, and Japan now lead 20 points to 3. Shimizu. The fullback, 2 tries tonight. Four tries in total for Japan and absolutely no kicks. Shizu heads back and it's Japan leading 20 points to 3. Game 3 of the qualifying series. The Women's Rugby World Cup for 2017. Rose Hopewell Fong picks up the ball and substitutions to be made. As into the match comes 19, Siu. And the dropout. Well position. Japan take it. Drive it forward. Takui's kick. Hangs high. Taken well by Yuen. And it's Hong Kong with the ball in hand again. A 7-point play here for Hong Kong. Could really get hearts a fluttering as they make it into the final 10 minutes. Emily Sear under contact. Vardy. Good hard charging run by Hong Kong. Olsen Thorne goes wide. And clear it out. Vardy on around the corner, staying busy. Goes back. And the territory kick is picked up ultimately by Natasha Olsen Thorne, who ploughs into the tackle in the customary manner that we're used to seeing. Double change for Hong Kong as Lee comes into the match. Referee is over just to send the message to the Japanese team. Obviously not 100% happy with something. Japan, very well structured, very organised, and certainly a very disciplined team. 16 for Japan enters Kobayashi. Changes out live wire hooker Suzuki, and so Hong Kong. Roughly 8 minutes left to play. Gordon. Good clean out. Vardy switches it back towards the far touch. Great play. It's Natasha Olsen Thorne, and it's Hong Kong for the try. Tremendous sequence play for Hong Kong, and they open Japan right up. Natasha Olsen Thorne, the final thrust before rolling the ball off inside, and it's Hong Kong who strike back in the final 10 minutes. 20-point stake with the kick to come. Well, they made it look easy. They made it look very easy. Hong Kong. Japan will be somewhat concerned. First try scored against Japan in this qualifying series. 3 halves of rugby. No one has even managed to get across the line. And Hong Kong managed to get across the line, and they've scored a penalty. So it's Japan 20, Hong Kong 8. And Hong Kong will be getting the ball back from the restart. We've seen plenty of action in the rugbypass.com Hong Kong Premiership. Kowloon, 1-point win over Hong Kong Scottish in the last minute. Valley, a 1-point win in the last minute last week. And a fast finish by Kowloon in the Premiership earlier in the week. What have the Hong Kong women got in store for the Hong Kong rugby fans? The 22 is Lee. Right foot down range, and it's Japan. The layoff for Yamanaka. Tsukui. Pick and go, Japan. Always look reassured with ball in hand. Drag the Hong Kong defence just a little bit wider. Skui. Now they drive wider again. Nabogi. Maynard Drave. Japan. Happy to keep the phases rolling. Hong Kong defence though. Pushing up, blitzing even. Straight through the gap. Danger signs for Hong Kong as the hit is made by Chong, and what a hit it was. Mistake, error created, and a turnover for Hong Kong. So even in the last 5 minutes of the game, character from Hong Kong. And you have to tip your hat to the winger, number 11, Chong. She's been chasing everything like her life depends on it. And been coming up with some brutal hits. Almost like an assassin. A real excitement machine is Chong. Vardy gets ready to feed the scrum. Strong push. Gordon has to take it and does. Gordon beats 2, beats 3. Went backwards is the call. Japan ball. And Hong Kong maintain the ball. Very soon, just in the referee's time. Looks like only 2 minutes and change left for this encounter. There's Hong Kong prepared to launch another attack. Japan just starting to take the edge at scrum time, but it's handled or managed by Hong Kong. Ball back on the inside, seeking the channel, but they do manage to get round and on the front foot. It's Chow that comes galloping around and takes the ball. Out to space they go. And they break Lee's right foot off down the track and filled deep in the half by Japan. Japan again. Cooking up something, Japan. Being well and truly tested today. Might be 13-point separation on the board, but Hong Kong are the team who seem to have grown in stature. Japan. Midfield set. Still Hong Kong willing to work hard late in the game. Show and go. And they go again, and it's a great and massive hit by number 22, Lee, who's come across and just absolutely belted the Japanese ball carrier. The old-fashioned sit down. There's plenty of vigour in this Hong Kong team, and the last-minute penalty. Is there a final show of defiance from Hong Kong? We wait and see. Hopewell Fong collects the ball. Sends it down range. So, Hong Kong. Line out, restart. Could be the last throw of the dice as 80 minutes ticks up, and it's taken well by Sieur Lee, Hopewell Fong. Penalty again. 22. Yamanaka shown the yellow card, so Japan have to play out the game with only 14. Well, skilled, disciplined, but under pressure, even a side like Japan can make errors. And that has probably been the most encouraging thing for Hong Kong. Not only have they come to play, they've competed, they've contested, and they have shown the Japanese outfit is like anybody else. If you put the pressure on them, you might find a way through, but it's Japan who look to threaten and end the game with a try as the Hong Kong defence courageously makes its way over and kills the attack off. Still, Japan with ball in hand. In the 22. Japan have to shift it. Midfield set. Hong Kong defence is there. Never say die defence by Hong Kong. 14 on 15. Japan attack. Turnover. Through the penalty. Not back to 10. And they break out. Hong Kong surely must be the last play of the game. 82 minutes gone. Lee finds Gordon. She's been a handful as Christine Gorney. Lee shows it. Taken in a two-man tackle or a two-player tackle. Gordon again. Vardy's ball. Finds Hopewell Fong. They go wide. Almost an opportunity for Tushford. Valley player sets away upfield and the ball is there. Almost at the Hong Kong 10. Vardy. First receiver. Goes wide again. Lee. Lee shows and almost breaches the line. Pick and go. Again by Lee. Vardy. Hopewell Fong. Japanese defence on target and up for it. And a penalty for not releasing as the medics run on to check on the winger. Japan put it into touch and the referee blows time off. And after 83 minutes and 21 seconds, Japan claimed top seed from Asia into the Women's Rugby World Cup of 2017, the winners of the qualifying series. But they were made to scrap for it in the third game as a proud and defiant Hong Kong took it to the visitors and proved that they deserve their place in Dublin next year just as much as Japan. Japan 20, Hong Kong 8 in the qualifying series as both teams now head to Dublin for the Women's Rugby World Cup in 2017. Here's the official board, the final score. What an effort it was, the Hong Kong players. What a tremendous amount of work they got through today. And Japan truly tested. They would have earned the respect of the Hong Kong outfit today. It is, as I mentioned, perhaps Hong Kong, who was the team that grew in stature after that 83-minute effort. Some of the players for Hong Kong really taking the opportunity to step up and show they're of world standard as well. That team will be heading to the World Cup and representing Hong Kong. An outstanding effort by that group of women. And they are a history-making outfit in 2017 as Hong Kong looks to them as their representatives for the World Cup. The Asian champions, Japan. Make their way over to the sideline to thank and show respect to their faithful Japanese fans. And great ambassadors for the game, Japan. Great characters, super rugby players. As the pitches continue in from the Hong Kong Football Club at Happy Valley on Hong Kong Island. And that says it all. The Japanese fans absolutely ecstatic as their team who really booked their spot to the World Cup on Wednesday night. Japan thanking their fans one more time. Go forward, Japan. So too will Hong Kong. As the team congratulates each other, and there they are. The Hong Kong women's rugby team. They will take their place alongside the best in the world for the tournament in Dublin. An exciting moment for Hong Kong rugby moving forward as the full-time program for rugby players, both men and women and youth in Hong Kong, takes a major step forward by producing its first ever World Cup qualifying team. Natasha Olsen-Thorne with Emily Suri there. Olsen-Thorne, one of the superstars of women's rugby in Hong Kong. Certainly one of the premier rugby players in women's rugby in Asia. Set up that try for Hong Kong in the closing minutes. Offered a glimmer. Maybe Hong Kong might be able to pinch a few more points as rewarded with the obligatory bottle of, and they stand there for the photos to confirm that indeed Hong Kong has qualified. And so for the rugby union officials in Hong Kong, as well as Christmas and New Year coming, they've got to figure out how to get all these ladies off work and to Dublin. Congratulations, Hong Kong. Outstanding achievement as Hong Kong qualifies for the Dublin Women's Rugby World Cup in 2017. And that is a moment in history for Hong Kong rugby, as that group of players take forward the Bohemia Star for the first time to the World Cup. And here is the Japanese side, who very shortly will be making their way over to receive the presentation, and as they're making their way over there, a reminder, 2017 Six Nations, we're screening on rugbypass.com, and so rugbypass.com is where you should be going right now to get your subscription to watch that tournament, the all-important Six Nations before the Lions tour to New Zealand in June of next year. As well as that, rugby fans in Hong Kong will be greatly anticipating the 2017 Hong Kong Rugby Sevens. Including that, there'll be the kickoff concert taking place at the Sevens Village on Thursday, the 6th of April. Join us in the evening for the kickoff concert where Madness and Bruce Foxton from the Jam will be providing the entertainment on the night. Should be a fantastic occasion, as the kickoff concert for the Sevens always is, the Hong Kong Sevens, the party that started the party. Tickets from Ticket Flap for the kickoff concert. Go online and get the early bird special of $388. Join us on the night, Thursday, 6th of April. Madness and from the Jam, Bruce Foxton. So, a reminder, the rugbypass.com Hong Kong Premiership returns in January. You'll be able to catch those Game of the Week live on rugbypass.com. Another reason to get your subscriptions. And calling all 18 to 25-year-olds in Hong Kong, if you'd like the opportunity to represent your district, then you can at the 6th Hong Kong Games. The Rugby Sevens will be an exhibition game. Here's Japan getting ready to receive the trophy from World Rugby representative Trevor Gregory. And it'll be a very proud Japanese women team indeed, as they win the qualifying series and leave the Asia-Oceania region as the premier international women's rugby team. As Hong Kong, I would think they will prove to be outstanding representatives for the Asian game. Saito, the captain, holds the trophy, and prepare to hoist it up as Japan celebrate the games. Just opportunities for a few more pitches with the officials for the players get ready to kick it into gear. You watch the smiles from this group of ladies as they hoist the trophy and acknowledge that indeed it will be Japan that head to the World Cup, along with Hong Kong as the #1 team out of the region. There they are, the winners of the Women's Rugby World Cup 2017 qualifying series, the Asian champions, Japan. World Cup bound. The all-important photo, just making sure everyone's nicely organised. And there they go. Success for Japan in 2016. Dublin bound in 2017. The champions of Asia, the winner of the qualifying series. And they head away into the Christmas break with that trophy going in the cabinet, and some great memories built up of being here at the qualifying series in Hong Kong over the last 10 days. That brings to a conclusion the broadcast for today. Superb shots and images brought to you by a great production team. And we sign off from the Hong Kong Football Club here in Happy Valley on behalf of the production team. This is Jed Thine, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Go safe, go well, and we'll see you for more rugby in 2017. Thank you, and goodbye.